What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back with another e-bike review. This time we've got a very budget-friendly utilitarian style bike, and I think you're really going to like it. This is my brand new ORAIMO Scrambler. This little bike is going to be very easy on your pocketbook at $849. And it's a very basic bike, very utilitarian, but it's foldable, which means it's easy to store or tote around. It's small, lightweight, 20-inch by 3-inch tires, and it may not have a lot of features that some of the more expensive bikes have, like headlights and turn signals and all of that good stuff, but even though it's missing a few of the options you might want on a bike, it's not skimping where it matters, and that is right there on that 750 watt motor. No joke, 750 watt motor on this little bike. It does not have a front or a rear suspension, but what it does have is a suspension seat. It is very comfortable. This seat is very thick, nicely padded, very nice, and the screen is a color display. Let me turn this on for you. It's hard to see because of how bright it is, but it has a very beautiful color display. 5 levels of pedal assist to help you get where you want to go faster and easier. You have your power button down here. Just hold it and it will turn it on and off. If you don't know where this is, it could be a little confusing at first. It does not have ABS brakes. It does not have hydraulic brakes. It is a very nice, simple, easy to use, basic bike to get you around. As I said, the motor is 750 watts with a peak of 1,000 watts. Charge time is only 3.5 hours. The battery, which sits right in here, is a 48 volt, 11.6 amp hour battery. Tires 20 by 3, Shimano 7-speed right here. And it looks like you have a Shimano derailleur as well. Also has a derailleur guard, which is always nice. There's your hand shifters right there. The maximum speed on this is going to be around 20 miles an hour. Maximum range, and I find this to be very impressive for such a small bike, 25 to 35 miles on pure electric, meaning using the throttle only. And your throttle is right here. It's the half turn style throttle. All right. Yes, that range is phenomenal for something like this. 25 to 35 on pure electric and 35 to 45 using pedal assist. The bike only weighs 64 pounds. Super light, easy to move around. Its load capacity, this is where it gets interesting, 396 pounds. The frame is aluminum alloy, water resistance, IPX5. This thing is going to be a beast. Now, one of the great things about the bike is the fact that it is foldable, and it's foldable relatively easily. Let's first make sure we turn it off. I have a key down here that stays in. You have to have the key to turn it on. Okay, so we'll take the key out, and the handlebars fold just like this. Take a look. There's a little button that you push, and it's a little tight. You want it to be tight because you don't want the handlebars coming open on you, and it folds open just like this. The frame itself, just as easy. You've got a little lever, and again, it's kind of tight because you don't want these things popping out, but there you go. All right, and the frame should fold right in half. And when it's folded, that's what it looks like. Very small. And of course, if you need even more room, the seat, you just take it off, and that'll make this even smaller and more compact. I'm going to try to do it one-handed. It's such a light bike. It's not like the heavy ones that makes it really hard. Another great thing is it has a stand. A lot of foldable bikes don't have a built-in stand. That stand makes it really easy to set the bike up and leave it sitting somewhere in its folded position. So I'm going to try to pick this up. Look at this, one-handed. No joke, I just did that one-handed. All right, one-handed. Lock her down. Handlebars. Oh, don't drop it. Don't drop it. I don't want to scratch that beautiful paint. Handlebars up, latched, and you've got yourself a bike. If I can do that one-handed, you're gonna have no problem doing it with 2 hands. All right, I'm gonna power this bike on. We're gonna put it in pedal assist 5 because I just like to go fast, and off we go. Yeah. It's just like that lickety split, man. And you would think a bike without any suspension might be a little uncomfortable. No, that suspension seat that they installed really is nice. And I know the cameras, I gotta get a new camera mount, guys. It's not holding up well to all these bike reviews. Brakes are really nice. Really nice. If you hear a little squeaking from time to time, it has been very wet out here. Very wet, very dusty. And unfortunately, that's a side effect of having dust and wetness getting on your brakes. They do tend to make a little bit of noise from time to time. So we're doing 20 miles an hour, which is the rated speed for this bike. And I'm doing it on gravel with fully inflated tires. That's a big deal. Fully inflated tires, which means I don't have them aired down to like 10 PSI for this video. We're gonna take it on the street here in just a few minutes. You know we gotta take it off-road. I'm not gonna do my, my rock climb test with it. Not on this one. This one I'm sure has great off-road capabilities, but I don't think it was made for climbing boulders. This is a great bike. It's another one of those bikes that I really enjoy. And I think one of the things I really like about it is its minimalistic design. It's very simplistic, it's easy to use, there's nothing to it. You push a power button, decide what power level you want to go into, and you hit the throttle, and that's it. All right, like I said, the downside to this is that it just rained. I mean, it's very wet out here. But we'll, oh yeah, very wet. Oh, big rocks. Now again, this is not exactly the type of terrain this bike was made for, okay? Well, there you go. That was more than this bike was ever supposed to do. Now I do have some new mounts coming in that should alleviate some of, whoa! Oh, I made it. I made it. And rocks? Are you kidding me? It just did that. I didn't even know those rocks were there. Take a look at this. I just rolled over all of this. Right through it. And a ditch right here too. Not a problem. Wow. And I can't believe it. Oh! Oh! Oh, man. That's great. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm having a lot of camera difficulties here, guys. I'm going to keep doing it until I get the angle the way I want it. But we're going to take this thing. We're going to take this thing and we're going to try this again. All right? You guys have got to see how this thing can make it across some of these ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this right here. Not a problem. Rocks? Not a problem. Rocks? Not a problem. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. This bike, this is it. Let's see what's going on down here, and then we'll take it out on the road, which is really where this bike was intended to be. This is not the intended use of this bike. I'm just showing you that if this is what you want to do with it, well, I suppose you can. It has no problem with mud. This is sand, really, really nasty. I don't want to do this hill climb. These are very big rocks. Oh, it made it. No kidding. It made that climb over the rocks. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I have ridden a lot, I mean a lot of e-bikes with suspensions, with all kinds of fancy features. And I mean, I've ridden bikes that are $2,000+ out here. And aside from a little bit of brake noise on this one, good Lord, man, this thing's a boss. This thing rides absolutely great on the road. I feel like I could ride this with no hands, you know. Let's give it some pedal assist. Let's see if we can get the speed up any on pedal assist. Not really. Not really. I'm in 7th gear, pedal assist 5, I'm going 20.7 miles an hour. It doesn't seem to matter whether I'm using the throttle or pedaling myself. We're doing 24 miles an hour now, but that's only because we're going down a big hill. As we start going up the hill, we'll see what pedaling does for us. 19, 20. I'm sure we'll drop down to about 15. 19, 19, 19, 20? No way, 20? I'm not even pedaling that hard. Throttle only holds us at 20. No way. Most of the e-bikes that I try out on that hill, they'll drop down to about 14 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour on that hill. So the fact that pedaling could keep us at 20 and throttle could keep us at 20, that's something else I like about this bike. It's very, very consistent. It can handle, it says in the listing, it's 20 mile an hour top speed. And it sticks to that. Whether it's pedal assist or throttle, doesn't matter. This bike holds its own at 20 miles an hour just fine. Solid, solid bike. All right, well, we're getting there, guys. Let's take her off-road again. Not a problem. This thing doesn't care if you're on pavement, in the grass, in the dirt. It just doesn't care. This damn thing just doesn't care. Bumps, doesn't mind. The seat feels great. Heavy on the brakes. Lean into the corner. Maybe lean a little too much. There we go. Nice. Nice. And 21 miles an hour. 20.7. Very, very consistent bike. You want to talk about one of the best bangs for your buck you're probably going to find out there in an electric bike today? 2023, it's August. You're looking at this one right here. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. In fact, this bike was the highest rated e-bike on Amazon, at least recently it was. I don't know if it still is, but that's pretty phenomenal. That tells you that a lot of people bought it and a lot of people really, really love this bike's capabilities and reliability. A little harsh over some of these bigger bumps, but the seat really does absorb most of it. Between the shock absorber and the seat, this is a sharp curve right here, and loose gravel everywhere. Between the shock absorber in the seat and the thick padding on the seat, this thing rides better than most of the bikes that I've tried that have multiple shock absorbers, like fork shocks, rear shocks, mid shocks. This thing is just a comfortable bike, and it really, really, really feels like you're out here riding on a BMX. 21 miles an hour, and this thing really rides nice. It's not a great street either, it's kind of bumpy, but very, very nice. And lean. This thing is so much fun. It's so maneuverable because of how small it is. And even though it still has fat tires, they're 3-inch fat tires instead of 4. I just like the feel. It feels like a really, really well-balanced bike. Was that a damn snake? Oh, and you guys ain't even looking down so you can see it. I think I just rode almost right over a damn snake on the side of the road here. All right, well, handlebars feel great, bike feels great, maneuvers wonderfully, very well balanced bike. A little bit of brake squeal from time to time. Listen to those tires. Whoa, man. Okay, all right. Enough is enough. Let's get back to the gravel. Well, we've made it back. You knew we'd make it, right? This thing is phenomenal, man. Another one of my greatest bang for your buck bikes. This one really, I think, sits at the top of the list when it comes to the budget bikes that I have filmed. Mainly because it's a really good price, and as you saw in this video, most people are not going to take this bike and go trying to climb rocks and, you know, ride through the mud and go through ruts and big potholes and stuff, but hey, you never know, you might. If you want to, you've seen it done. At least now you know if you're looking for a bike to do that kind of stuff with, well, here it is, $849. I'm gonna reach out to the company and I'm gonna see if maybe there's a discount code or something they can throw in there. It's already a super, super discounted bike. But I'd be curious to see if they could do anything to maybe give you guys a little discount. So there you have it, the ORAIMO Scrambler 1000 for $849. What a bike. The brake squeal issue, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are turned off by that, and I've had this happen on a few other e-bikes, including some really high-end bikes as well. You can usually fix it by cleaning up the rotors. I like to use a cloth with a little bit of brake cleaner or carburetor cleaner and go around the brakes with it, and that usually solves the problem. Typically, I find it's caused from the dust, dirt, and stuff that we get out here and the moisture. Now, if that doesn't fix it, definitely going to have to reach out to the company and say, hey, we need to check into this and figure out what's going on with it. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's an annoying squeal, but it absolutely doesn't affect the usage of the brakes at all. The brakes work great. The thing rides great, stops on a dime. It's a great bike, and I want to thank them for sending it to us so we could review it on the channel. Like I said, I'm going to put a link directly below this video, so click that link and it'll take you straight over to their website. You can check it out for yourself, and if there's a discount code, I'll put that down below the video as well. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.